make a promise, it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the south out my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertip like I'm Thanos. Knocking doors down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eatin', talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad. Pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab. Pay what it cost for the tail, extra with
Shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3 and 3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Gotta get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdown passes and taking care of the ball better.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Patrick Queen
in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his 3rd season now, it's Joe Burrow.
And what a game he is coming off of.
Oh, unbelievable.
Absolutely. And you know how much I love the history of the game. He broke a record held by the Dutchman, Norm Van Brocklin, right? You got to go all the way back to 1951, and he threw for 554 yards in that game. Later, won a championship as a quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles in 1960.
And now that record has been set anew. Burrow on play action. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Play action. It's Burrow.
He's the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, 1st down. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Colts are on the board first here in Vegas.
One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. Out of CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they go play action now. Burrow. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Raiders pick it up. And still fighting. On the move past the 40. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. To throw, it's Carr. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal. Here's Carr to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Delay of game, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Burrow. And he's got Pierce. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Burrow looking to pass. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Burrow, that one finds Pierce right side. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Looking for Pierce, and he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Colts have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Patrick Queen.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some room to work.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
This offense finding its legs now.
Here's another 1st and 10.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll get this down to the 38. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Carr.
Quickly into the hands of Waller. He'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown!
Darren Waller, 38 yards.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
What a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
Shreds him with a stiff arm.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And Burrow going to throw again. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Well, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football. Well, we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season, and we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California, the Chargers and Niners from Santa Clara. And
he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
To try again after the sack. Carr.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. On play action. Now Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Montez Sweat. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Indy offense ready to go once again, and we'll get another look at Alec Pierce.
He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, he has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And it'll be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started.
That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
Now on 2nd and 13. Carr. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Now Carr. is complete to Adams. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time.
Here we go. Hey, Can.
Now it's Burrow. His throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Colts take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow will throw. Finds his man over the middle. It's Likely. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Darren Waller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
Here we go. 11. Here we go.
First down. Here's Burrow. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw on 2nd and 10, Burrow. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
Gotta go score. Let's go.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the rout is on here this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. Here's Michael Pittman and the rest of this offense getting set for the upcoming drive. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the right side, complete to Taylor. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Carr going to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
That's good for Las Vegas. First down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr. Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller. Finding room at midfield. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know, do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So now Carr and the Raiders dealt a 3rd and long after that sack.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
Do you want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no, we'll
throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
A great effort there. His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Colts have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now Carr.
Slant to Adams.
The 40. Past the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And sometimes you see big plays develop on a route like this, a slam route, And the object, very simple. Get the ball to your receiver in stride. This one was right on the money. He didn't miss a beat. And then it's off to the races, and there he goes.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. This taken in at the goal line. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow. And way out past the 35 before he's taken down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Burrow looking to pass.
Complete to Likely.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Here we go. 11.
From midfield now, Burrow. Out to the right and complete to Pittman.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown.
From 21 yards away.
And the Colts get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Good day for him so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the 3rd quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Locates Pittman for another completion.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver, fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice.
Here we go, here we go.
Play action. It's Burrow. Got a man. It's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Meanwhile, Carr's throw going to be taken in by Cole. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing now is Carr. And this will be caught at the 30. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw his Carr. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. As the Raider kickoff unit now, as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. And they go play action now. Burrow on target to his man, Likely. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And he's got, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. He'll get it inside the 20. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game.
Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Colts are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he
he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have...
He's got a man, complete. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down.
Holding offense.
So take away the touchdown. It's got to have been one of those games for these guys.
I think it's safe to say that that type of a play just added to their misery, right?
Here's Carr. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right...
Looking for Pearson. He's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce
from 13 yards out.
And the Colts add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The Raiders heading out to take over. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Patrick Queen
able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack on first down, Carr under pressure. They got him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long.
They'll look to throw here. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
So here are the Colts to take over.
They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
A big play there for Indy. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now it's Burrow. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And that's complete to Adams.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Carr again. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line.
They're going right back to Pittman.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now Burrow on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Burrow going for it on 4th.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take over here up near the 40.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. One final try now for Carr. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Colts come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Fans usually love to see scoring, and there was